Welcome, everyone. As more people join us, I am going to go ahead and get started because I'm showing 12 o'clock on my clock. Hello, I am Melody Garcia with the Growing Readers Together, an initiative of the Colorado State Library, and welcome to this segment of GRT Quick Bites, 20-minute topics in early learning. These micro-learning opportunities are intended to amp up your early literacy programs and help you shine a light on early learning. In Colorado today, there are currently approximately 57% of all children are being cared for informally by family members, friends, and neighbors, often referred to as FFN caregivers. And the percentage of children cared for by FFN caregivers increases in small towns, mountain towns, and rural areas with less access to professional childcare, as well as often in smaller communities within a larger city, such as those speaking different languages. Growing Readers Together prioritizes library service to FFN communities, and over the past 6 years, participating libraries have connected with this group and expanded their early literacy knowledge and access. Quite likely, these informal caregivers are already in your library. The public library is perfectly situated to support early learning, particularly for children in informal care without professional support systems. And it's our hope that by making early literacy intentional, transparent, and accessible in all Colorado libraries, every child can have access to early learning opportunities regardless of their care situation. So today we have a special guest joining us. Claudette Castellanos is the Spanish Service Librarian at the Loveland Public Library, and she has been a fabulous partner with Growing Readers Together and has worked through our grant program, as well as been just an excellent resource for us on how to connect better with Spanish-speaking caregivers and their children. And so I'm going to turn things over to Claudette.
Oh, thank you, Melody. Thank you for the introduction. And hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming today. My name is Claudette Castellanos, and I am the Spanish Service Librarian at the Loveland Public Library. I assist the Latino and Spanish speaking learning about our library services, and I also ensure that our Spanish and bilingual programs and collections address this community's specific information and interest needs. So I'm gonna move my slide. So how do we support our Spanish-speaking parents and family, friends, and neighbors, caregivers at the Loveland Public Library? So we do it through our bilingual story time, our Spanish language library collections, library programming, community outreach, including the family, friend, and neighbors, caregivers. In our story times, at all our story times, including the bilingual story times, we model the 5 early literacy practices. These are simple, powerful, and fun practices we encourage parents and caregivers to incorporate into their everyday lives. These are the read and write, talk, sing, and play. We know that by doing this, caregivers can help establish a strong foundation for early literacy, and I am sure all of you who are children's librarians are familiar with these strategies. And when we started bilingual story time at the library, like in 2017, we wanted to reach out to those, Spanish speakers, but also, a lot of people that wanted their kids to expose them to another language. We know that research shows that learning 2 or more languages from a young age stimulates the brain development, and speaking more than one language activates growth in children's brains, help them think more creatively, and also help them solve problems more efficiently. So some of my favorite finger plays and songs that I do a lot during our study times is This song that you can see in the slide is La Pequeña Arañita, is the Itsy Bitsy Spider. This is one of my favorites finger play to do with the kids and the caregivers. So this fun finger play combines words and rhymes with simple actions and finger movements while creating an interactive learning experience that help develop memory and recall skills. So I thought it would be fun if we sing the song. I know I cannot see you and you cannot see me, or I can hear you, but um, I would like for you to try to do this finger play with me. And you probably, I mean, I'm sure that you know the Itsy Bitsy Spider, so you know the movements will be the same. But I just want to, for you who are not familiar with the Spanish version, to hear me, say the word. So um, I'm going to count to 3 and pretend you're ready. So 1, 2, 3. La araña pequeñita subió, subió, subió. Cayó la lluvia y se la llevó. Salió el sol y todo lo secó. Y la araña pequeñita subió, subió, subió. And sometimes we sing the song in English too, but I'm not going to do it right now. So some songs in Spanish, some of my favorite songs is the Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. And this is a very fun song. This teaches the body parts in Spanish, and sometimes we sing the song in English and then in Spanish, or Spanish and then in English. It's so cool to see how children learn so quickly and sing in both languages. Even if they they don't know the song in English, they can follow along. So it's a pretty cool song that I like to sing very frequently during my bilingual story times. So some of my favorite songs in children's music recording artists are Jose Luis Orozco, Trisha Sebastian, Marta Gomez. I use a lot of their songs in my bilingual story time. Also, some of my favorite children's books to read aloud are by Pat Mora books. These are bilingual books. Angela Dominguez and Susie Jaramillo from Canticos. Other bilingual books that are not too long to read aloud in both languages are, for example, Pete El Gato. If you're familiar with the book, you read the book in Spanish but sing the song in English. In the book, Días y Días has beautiful, beautiful illustrations by Rene King Moreno. That's another very short bilingual book that I found out that is great to read aloud. And I also use some well-known English books that are translated into Spanish, and many families are familiar with these books, so they know the stories. Even if they just read the story maybe sometimes in English, they know how it goes, like the very hungry caterpillar, la aurigua muy hambrienta. So what do I look in when I do the Spanish collection? I do look for appropriate and culturally relevant books, Spanish language titles from Spanish-speaking countries. I look for bilingual books, kind of like the ones that I just showed you. Patron requests. This can be picture books, fiction and non-fiction. Translation from popular books written in English, and of course award winners, Spanish book award winners books. Also, in our library programs, I'm excited about to tell you about this because we have been playing Loteria Mexicana for many years now. And it's a great way to bring people into the library. They learn about other programs, check out books, and get their library cards. In the summer, we play in the park, and kids love it. They love it because they can also get to play in the playground and make new friends. So this is a great way to bring all families into the library. Also, we do a lot of special celebrations like Día de los Niños, Días de los Libros, coming up next week. So I am so happy that we are going to be able to celebrate Dia in person after 2 years. The first picture you see in the slide is from 2019. That's the last time we celebrated Dia in person. I remember we made maracas, we served hot chocolate, chocolate la abuelita. It was so much fun. So hopefully next week when we celebrate on the 28th, the flyer that you see on the slide, hopefully when we celebrate that day, you know, we have a good turnout and families can just come and have fun, and kids will get a free book and other, you know, another like a little bag that we are gonna give them with candies and stuff right there. So another celebration is the National Hispanic Heritage Month that runs from September 15 through October 15. We offer a special bilingual story time during this month. The first two pictures that you see there are from 2019 celebration. We were able to celebrate in person last year, but that was with limited attendance. And but we had fun. We read and sang songs in Spanish. Also, we learned about Peru's NASA lines. So that's the last picture you see over there with a little girl creating copies of the NASA lines. We also celebrate Dia de los Muertos, and last year we celebrated, it was kind of like a hybrid option, but we were able to bring a mariachi trio, Aztec dancers. We also had a nicho or an altar at the library, and our partners donated about 150 sugar skulls kits for the children. And outside the library walls, we do a lot of outside the library works, but I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what I do. So my outreach in the community includes some examples like a bilingual story time. I come to a Head Start in Early Childhood Center in town, and I do bilingual story time once a month. Also, once a week, I attend an after-school program. It's in a trailer park community where many of the residents are Spanish speakers. I bring books that children can check out. We read in Spanish. Another thing that I do is I attend events at our local schools. This can be like cultural, literacy nights. And this year, we can go back in person and bring library fun and information to the schools, to the local school events. In addition, you know, we get to meet new families at those events and invite them to the library. So what do we do for our family, friends, and neighbors, caregivers? So family, we often get to, people ask, so who are family, friends, and neighbors? And the FFN. So family, friend, and neighbors are family, friend, and neighbor care, which is home-based care. This can be either in the caregiver's or child's home, and is provided by caregivers who are relatives. For example, this can be the grandparents, aunts and uncles, and all, or maybe older siblings. Also friends, neighbors, babysitters, nannies, and we see them at the library. They come to our story times. They come to check out our books. and to our events. So what we do is we connect them with essential tools and resources to promote early literacy skills with the children in their care. In the first week of December 2021, last year, we were able to provide an early literacy bilingual workshop. So in this workshop, FF and caregivers learn more about the 5 early literacy practices to help children under their care be ready kindergarten, be kindergarten ready. I'm sorry. So they enter school with a love of books and ready to learn. So we were able to buy free early literacy kits, so make early literacy kits, and we are offering then the free early at the library, and they can keep the early literacy kits. These include a free book, an activity, as well as resources for caregivers. And that was, you know, we wanted to give thanks to a Growing Readers Together grant we obtained last year. So we had been able to do the workshop and also, you know, the kits, but also we were able to buy brain boxes. They are available for checkout. I'm not sure if you are familiar with these brain boxes. We purchased them from the Arizona Children's Association's Family Education and Support Services. They are very popular. We have 12 boxes there for infants through preschool, and they are really popular. People put them on hold, you know, and so far it's going great because we check them out and check them in and check that everything is in there. If not, sometimes we can replace the items or call the families and say, hey, can you look for this item? And usually they do, you know, forget to put something in the bag, so we always, you know, pretty much I think we always get them back. So it's been so good, and the boxes are amazing, and everyone can check those out too. So, but there is a new, another wonderful resource that is available, and these are the new Play and Learn and Grow videos, and now they are available in Spanish. They can be used when offering workshops to FF and caregivers, and I was able to participate in one of, you know, in the making of those videos. So maybe I actually participate in a segment of the video. So these are, I have the links here. They are available in English, but now in Spanish as well. So they are intended for anyone caring for young children. The video can be viewed as 20-minute video, all divided into 4 segments. And I do have the link there in Melody. I think she put the link in the chat as well. So yeah, so I participated, and also my co-worker Monique. We are both in the video, so it was a fun experience, and I am glad that Growing Reels Together put them together in Spanish. You know, they're wonderful. They are a wonderful tool to reach out to our FFN as well. So that's all I have. And I know I talk a little bit faster, but if you have any question, I don't know if we have time to do that, but I have here, and you, Melody, maybe you can tell us if we had time to do a questions or not. Do you offer?
We do have time where.
Yes,
go
read,
ahead,
Melody, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, it says, Jessica, you're asking if do we offer any story walks in Spanish. We do not. We do have a story walk outside our library We have this beautiful place we call the Food Lagoon, and we have it in English, but that's something that we had been talking about, maybe do a bilingual, something like that. But that's a great point. Oh, Beth would like me to share you about my ambassador program at Loveland Public Library. So one of my goals right now is to have a group of Spanish speakers to be my ambassadors, so to be our ambassadors, so they can share about our library to other people in their schools, in their communities, in their neighbors, in their neighborhoods, in their with their families. So actually, I do have 5 volunteers right now, and this is something we just started, but we are so excited about um, about this project that we know is going to bring more of our Spanish speakers to the library. And do you have, and Liz, thank you for your question. Do you have any different early literacy bags to give out? Can a caregiver get more than one? Right now, we just have one, just the one that I show you, but it has a lot of resources. It has a bilingual book, a little toy for the kids. We also included the Bright by text information and the Colorado State Library calendar day by day, which is a great calendar that people can have. And if you're not familiar with the calendar, please contact Joyce. She probably has more, and they are in English and Spanish. So we try to provide a lot of resources. We also put the library card application in case the caregivers don't have one, or if they would like to share with the parents of the child they take care of it. So that's what we have right now, but maybe in the future we can make more bags with different items. Oh, that's great, Jessica. That's great, Jessica. And thank you, Melody, for adding the link. How do you reach out to Spanish-speaking patrons? So how do you reach out to Spanish-speaking patrons? I am very fortunate that before being a librarian, I work for other organizations like the school district, where I met a lot of the families, the Spanish-speaking families, and now they're kids. I met them when they were 3, and now they're 14, and they have younger kids. But I think it's about relationships. When you connect with the families and they get to know you and trust you, they are gonna be happy to come to your programs and maybe visit the library for the first time. So yeah. Yes, right now, Jessica, I am partnering with another organization. It's a nonprofit, a new nonprofit in Loveland. Is El Sueño Latino. I am partnering with them. They are gonna be helping me with decoration for Dia, and also they're gonna provide like goodie bags for the kids with with candy and other things, and they're gonna be there to help me. And actually, my ambassadors are gonna be helping me too on that night. So yeah, the partnership is essential, I think. And sometimes, depend on how big or how little do you wanna do your events. But that is something new too for me, that trying to get someone to help me. That's why we came up with the ambassadors, the library ambassadors, because definitely we can't do it alone. So and we know that people are there eager to help. And yes, the calendar, don't forget, it's in Spanish. I mean, it's a great quality, and you can get them free from the Colorado State Library. And I think Melody just put the link for the to request. Download the calendar, right, Melody?
Yeah. Yes, you can download it directly, or Colorado libraries can. I believe Joyce put her email in there as well. You can reach out to Joyce or myself. And I know we do have a lot of guests today from various states across the country. So do know that, all of the online resources are available for everyone. If you are in Colorado, you can also request hard copies, both of the calendar as well as activity kits and DVDs to go along with the Play, Learn, and Grow video series as well. But I know you've had so many questions. This is clearly a big topic. So thank you again so much, Claudette, and thank you everyone who joined us today. Our Quick Bite series is ongoing. You can also go back and look at any of our previous recordings and archives at librarylearn.org. I can get that link in the chat as well. And thank you all so much for joining us today. I know we've already gone a little bit over. So there's a link for archives. And if you are able, if you are in Colorado and have any more questions about growing readers together or any of the resources we mentioned, please feel free to email me. If you would like to join us and be a guest host for Quick Bites, we are always looking for Colorado libraries to shine a light on our Quick Bites. Or if you have a topic that you're interested, shoot us an email, as this is an ongoing program. Thank you again so much, Claudette.
Oh,
Gracias
you
por
are welcome.
todo.
Thank you.
And
De nada. Thank you for inviting me. And I know when I get nervous, I speak a little bit, too fast. So please reach out to me. In the first slide, I put my email address, but I guess I'm gonna type it here really quick before we say goodbye. And if you have any other question or something about what I said or something, please reach out to me. Feel free to call me, to email me, send me an email, okay? All right, thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.